the regular council meeting to order at 7:31 p.m.
Roll call. Miller?
Here.
McAlexander?
Here.
Michigan?
Oh, excuse me, here.
Howard?
Here.
Hageman?
Here.
Jerome?
Here.
Butler?
Here. Thank you very much. Next is the approval of the agenda. Is there a motion?
So move.
I second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next is the approval of the regular council meeting minutes of June 23rd, 2025. Is there a motion?
I move to approve the minutes of June 2025, or was it July 2025?
June.
June 23rd.
23rd.
Right.
June 23rd, 2020.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have public comment for items not published on the agenda. Seeing none, we're going to move to our discussion topics and start with our police department monthly report with Chief Lawson. Thank you for coming. Hello.
You're welcome.
He's not busy or anything.
Jamie's got her hands full. Any questions about the monthly report?
Do we still call you chief, or do we
Call it
call
whatever you
you?
want. So my family went down to Miami this week, and I couldn't join them because I'm kind of busy, so I went with the Miami Vice.
Shaved though.
So you're real happy right now?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
That's all I have. I have nothing to add, so
Everything's going well in Franklin?
it's going well. We're holding our own. Jamie's been helpful, so it's all good. Yeah.
Wonderful.
I do have a question, Chief.
Sure.
According to the law, when you issue a citation, I mean, you have backup that says this is a violation that technically breaks the rule, right? So, for example, if a person is in a right-hand turn lane
Okay.
and they don't turn right, is that breaking a law?
So if they move back into the through lane,
Yeah,
and they broke that solid white line,
yes.
then technically it would be breaking law.
Could they write
Legal
it?
lane change, yeah.
A moving violation.
It would be a civil infraction.
Yeah.
And so they would get-
Michigan code.
So your ordinances mirror the state law of motor vehicle code.
Right.
Okay.
Did I do that on my way here?
No, but crossing the white line is the key phrase in that.
Well, you can't cross a white line if somebody is turning left in a two-lane highway and you've got a white line on the right. You cannot, no. That's an infraction. You can't cross to pass them on the shoulder.
People do all the time, but technically it's an infraction.
Correct.
Okay, thank you, Chief.
Thank you very much.
But now that you know,
I don't know
Go
what
to
was asking the question.
Those guys should have been here when I asked
Next
that
is the fire
question.
department monthly report, and
Because
we
that's
have
the
Chief
issue.
Everbuck here.
good evening, Chief.
Thank
Hello.
you.
You've also received our written report. Our run volumes remain elevated, we'll say. Last week, we had 2 days in a row with 5 runs, which, big scheme of things, 5 is not a large number, but comparatively speaking, 5 is a large number. So we are seeing a good mix between Franklin and Bingham Farms. We are also seeing a number of false fire alarms, typically smoke detectors in basements and first floors, all of them related to cooking. So the only thing that I could pass on that would be a benefit, well, for every benefit there's a detriment. The detriment is the false alarm ordinance that Bingham Farms has. But I would say please check your alarms, and if you have an alarm that goes off, please cancel it. Other than the financial aspects, for a fire alarm, we do have people that are using fire apparatus, and our police are responding to sometimes light lights and sirens, and it creates kind of a heightened potential for bad things to happen, and we would hate for that to happen over someone's burnt toast. So, but anyway, other than that, if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. Otherwise, I'll conclude my report.
I'll thank you for the visit while I was not home.
So, okay. I wasn't home either. So,
Something in my house went off, and my alarm system was told by one of the alarms at 5 in the morning, and I wasn't home.
okay,
So I called, and they visited, walked around the house, and
and nothing.
nothing. So I'm gonna change all my alarms, because, they hook into my alarm system, so.
Is it a kind of a DIY system?
Mm-mm.
No?
No,
So I'd give a call to your
Yep.
the monitoring
I just
service.
got home today, and I'm gonna call them. I looked at all of them and
Okay.
see why it went off.
Yeah, so some of the things, if you have work done, anything with sanding walls or floors, that can create dust, which
Right.
obviously coat the sensors. Sensors do age out, approximately 10 years, for generally speaking, but also a good can of pressurized air, just to clean out the dust and the cobwebs, that can help too. But We're happy to come out, definitely.
It made me feel a lot better when I wasn't home.
Today.
Yes, they were.
Woke you up.
The other thing is obviously not for residential, but we do subscribe to the Knoxbox security system for storage of keys. You can tie it into an alarm if you want, there's all kinds of options. But if you're not home and we don't see anything, generally we do a 360.
Yep.
If you have a Knoxbox, we'll go in your house and we'll start walking around. Sometimes there's benefit, sometimes there's detriment. But we actually had years ago, the power went out, the residents left. They left their, I think they were making mashed potatoes on the stove, on an electric stove. The power came back, they never shut the stove off. Ended up burning their kitchen up. And so when the alarm first went off, we didn't see anything. When it went off again, people started seeing smoke, then we went back. But it's great use for an Knoxbox. More recently, we had a 92, 93-year-old resident of Franklin who was, I'm going to say dehydrated, couldn't get to the door, didn't have a Knoxbox. We ended up having to break the door, which is not a good thing. Doors are expensive.
How do you get one?
Knoxbox.com. You can buy it online. You can, I would say, if anyone's interested, please give me a call at the fire station. There is a fee associated. I would not want you to spend any more than you absolutely have to. In
Okay.
terms of placement, I'd like to discuss it with each resident, because
Yeah.
I don't know your house. And if it's 3 in the morning in the rain or in the snow, I want to be able to find the box. So, kind of like
Yeah.
fire extinguishers, they're ugly, but they do have benefit.
Yeah.
So,
Do you check fire extinguishers?
we do not. Fire extinguishers, we typically tell people to go over to a fire extinguisher company. There's 2 in the area. There's a number of them, but there's one in Royal Oak, one in Troy. There's others further away. Fire extinguishers, residential, they're supposed to be checked once a month. Once a year, you should really have a look at it, make sure you can find it. Every 6 years, you should be switching it out.
Yeah.
So, but again, any questions for any residents, anyone on the council, please give me a call. I'd be more than happy to bore you to tears with fire safety.
Oh, I found my gun too.
Okay.
I'm just curious, what are good intent calls?
Good intent is where somebody will call and they'll, as an example, I see smoke. And the smoke is actually coming from someone who's cooking dinner on a grill.
Yeah.
A good intent call could be, I hear an alarm, and the alarm is something other than a fire alarm. So hence good intent. They had good intentions when they made the
There was a busy day for good intent calls on the 24th.
We've had various things, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very
All
much.
right, thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time. Thank you for coming.
I've got to go back to the chief with my gun. I found it.
Next is the village manager's report. Jamie's here.
My report's in the packet. Also email you every Friday, of course. One thing that of note, the chief didn't mention, because like he said, he is a little busy. There was a road that came, or a tree that came down on Bingham Road today with all the rain. It's already been cleaned up. So all is good there. Code enforcement has also been doing a good job keeping up with trash, long grass and usual property maintenance items, especially signs. We haven't noticed much of an issue with that since he started. So all good there, nothing else to report.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Maybe mention code red too. We're trying to-
Oh yeah, I did throw that in I try to throw it in every time.
Yeah.
Every time,
Please encourage
yeah.
people to sign up for code red. Thank you. Next, we have our administrative assistant, economic development coordinator, Evgeny.
Pretty much same thing. You all have my written report. I'm happy to answer any questions. I don't have anything really of note to give a shout out to.
Okay, thank you very much. Sorry, distracted for a second. We're moving to new business, which we were hoping to have a presentation tonight about an opportunity that may be presented to us to start a development fund. And we have a resident who had presented to Jamie and I about it and thought it would be good to have that person come and speak to council, but he is not here. So we are going to move on to...
I'll work to reschedule that. Yep.
The Michigan Uniform Video Service Local Franchise Agreement Renewal. That's a mouthful.
Yeah, this is just a routine item. It has already been approved by the attorney and by our cable board. So it just requires the motion that I provided.
Would anybody like to present the motion? Is there a suggested
I will-
motion in the packet?
I make a motion to approve the Michigan Uniform Video Services Local Franchise Agreement Renewal pursuant to 2006 Public Act 480 with Comcast Cable Communications Management, LLC.
Nice prompt, Jamie.
It's a
I
mouthful.
second.
Second, okay. Any discussion? Do you want to just kind of give a quick
No, this is
quick
just,
thumb note? It's
a routine item.
do it, yeah.
Yeah, yep, it's a routine item we do every year, so yeah, there's really nothing of significance or excitement to report about it, to be honest.
Just an administrative.
Yeah, it's just an administrative, and I'll follow up on all the paperwork tomorrow, yep.
Okay. We asked for any discussion. You filled that in. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next, we're going to ask Bill to present the depositories, a resolution for the depositories. Bill?
Yes, good evening. Moving right along. We typically do depositories, we have to do it once a year. And I typically do it in December, but I thought we'd change it up because we've got a couple things that are happening. We've had a couple of CDs that have matured and expired that come due. We have one from CIBC that's going to be maturing tomorrow, the 29th. And I wanted to add two new, both a credit union and a bank, that have, actually, the credit union has very good rates. 4.9% for up to 6 months and 4.7% for a year. Highly rated credit union, so I wanted to add them to the list of approved depositories that we can use, so that once that matures tomorrow, we can start moving some of the money and some of the tax receipts that come in into a vehicle that will give a nice return. So I asterisked the two, they're Financial Plus Credit Union in the resolution, and then Mercantile Bank. And the remaining ones are ones that we've done business with for a number of years. So the resolution is in your packet, and you know what the next steps are to pass resolutions or discuss a resolution. Or if you have any questions for me regarding those two individual firms.
If not, would somebody like to offer the resolution for the approved depositories as presented?
I will move that we approve the depositories as described in the packet and was just described by Bill.
I'll second.
Any further discussion?
Is this a resolution? Can I get a roll call? Blackburn?
Aye.
Durrani?
Aye.
Hageman?
Aye.
Howard?
Aye.
Michigan?
Aye.
McAlexander?
Aye.
Miller?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Moving to the treasurer's report. Bill?
I'm still on.
Back up.
Yes, I'm back up, back on deck. The same three items that we have are two motions and the HRC not to exceed balance that I provide. So in your packet, disbursements this month, or I should say from the time period of June 24th, 2025 through today, July 28th, 2025, out of the general fund, I dispersed or wrote checks for $201,232.04. Under the same time frame for the gas and weight account, the disbursement was $69,112.53 for a total of $270,344.57. As always, any questions that you guys have, please let me know regarding the checks that were detailed out in the packet.
Nothing, then can we get a motion to approve the bills for July 2025?
I will make a motion, we approve the bills for July 2025.
I'll second the motion.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Great. The next item on the agenda is acceptance of the financial statements for June 2025. Same thing. In your packet, you will find for the period ending 6/30/2025. What I will say is, in this, we are in the midst of doing a couple things. One, I haven't received all the bills for June. As a matter of fact, I just checked for our contractor for the roads, and they were just finishing up presenting us with the first invoice. I haven't received it yet, so I haven't even seen it. There's that. We've had, I don't want to call it, say, stragglers, but there are a couple of other bills that I was waiting to come in. Some came in. There's still one or two that are out there. I am working to get scheduled to deal with our auditor, Raina, to start closing out the year. So there are going to still be some adjustments in addition to the budget amendments that we made last month before we fully close out June. So what June represents right now is what I currently have, knowing that there's going to be some puts and takes on the financial
What does Michigan
statements.
require? When does it require that you close out?
By December. But it's
Okay,
going
so
to...
you have some
Yeah, we have time, yeah. So we'll have to close it out. We start the field work for the audit. The audit gets presented, and then obviously we've passed the new budget, so I'm inputting the new budget as I'm paying the bills now, and we'll close it out, and you'll get a full accounting and through the audit review to show exactly in the statements of where we ended up the fiscal year. If there's no questions on that, I'll move to
I
the...
have
Sure.
maybe a question.
Yeah.
One of the line items under general fund revenue is interest and dividends, $111,644. I'm not sure if it's a question or a comment. I mean, there was some kind of, I'm not exactly sure even how the amended budget worked, but it looks like we did much, much better than we thought we would do, given a budget at the time. So congratulations for that. It's $111,000. It's
Yes.
a very nice line item on the revenue. Maybe a naive question. How does a village like, we received $111,000 of interest. If I receive interest of that much on my personal tax return, I have to pay taxes on it.
As a village, we're exempt.
You're exempt from all the taxes?
Yes.
That's even better.
That's what's nice about being a village and a municipality. Yep.
So we need to
What is
change
our-
our name to the village.
That's
Standard.
exactly what I'm thinking. So what is our tax status, guys? Is it 501c3? or-
You know what? That's a good question. I don't know. At first, when I first came on board, it was the same thing. I was thinking, all right, where do we have to file any type of return,
Yeah.
just based maybe not on a tax return, but some type of income return? And the answer is we just file our financial statements and all of the other regulatory reports that our auditor does on a yearly basis for us. But we don't have to file any type of tax or pay any type of
It's
tax.
not a few $100s, it's a very nice sum of money.
Oh, yeah.
It's $500,000.
Yes. Yes. And we hopefully it'll just continue to keep, I don't want to say keep going, I don't want to, it's just like the
Don't
other
jinx
day I
it.
said to Jamie, you
Yeah.
don't talk about a no-hitter. So just don't mention anything, just let it flow and let it go. But yes, we've been fortunate enough to do things. Matter of fact, one CD that's maturing tomorrow, I just got the interest check today from them. They sent out separate checks, so that's not going to appear because it's now expired in July, but that was almost $13,000 in interest
Yeah.
from our investment on 250,000 principal. So that was at 5%. That was a nice little surprise. I always love coming into the office and seeing a check like that. But that's, and the other thing I was just going to mention really quickly, the tax receipts that are coming in, it's about the same, what we expect. I mean, some, it varies, but we have about a little bit over $302,000 that we've done for real property, $16,000 for personal property, almost $11,000 in police SAD that people paid, and $1,100 for the pump that we just passed through.
Is there anything changing with how many of the companies Telegraph have gone to the tribunal?
Yes, there are. So originally there were 5. I just was given a update on it. There are more that have filed. So I believe right now we have 10. As a matter of fact, I also contacted Southfield Township on Friday just to ask them. We had one case that went to the July Board of Review, which is not the Michigan Tax Tribunal, but there was one there. That was a reduction in taxable value that came through that Southfield Township just processed. And I don't want to say unfortunately, but they have the right to go ahead and appeal to Michigan Tax Tribunal, and I just try to keep on it in review of what it is. And again, then if the order comes through, I get the formal notice that says the decision's been made, either granting it or opposing or declining it, or a change in from what they asked versus what was granted. So we've only had 2 that were granted out of the original 5, and I'll just continue to keep monitoring the other ones. Mm-hmm. The other good news is, though, a couple of the other properties that were built on Pioneer, we received a tax payment for one of those, and obviously that's at the new assessed value.
Expensive homes, too.
Right. So
That's good.
a little bit of an offset. Any other questions regarding profit and loss? Okay. Moving on to the investments. I don't want to say I won't bore you, but if you look at the investments portion, basically, we're doing fine. Like I said, there's some puts and takes of things that are expiring, but we are moving them into right now and holding them in cash sweeps account, which is at 4% until we get a couple of these other financial institutions, which we just approved, and then I'll start looking at the rates and moving the money. The one thing I did want to point out is, which you probably have not seen, and I was questioning it, but I thought I always want to be in the portion of transparency. What you'll see on the investments for the road fund is the cash sweep, insured cash sweep for Huntington Bank. It's the SIB. It's really a loan. We all know that. But the reason I put it on there is I just wanted to reflect in a little bit over a month, not even a month and a half, we accrued interest of $7,000. So I just wanted to make sure that the council is aware of it. We'll continue to keep enjoying it until we get the first invoice. And then my prerogative, but what I want to do is then start paying it out of that SIB loan so that we draw that down before touching some of the other funds. The other funds that are in our road funds are in there. You see $1.3 million. That's still at 4%. I just keep it in a separate cash sweep account because I want to make sure that I can report to the state exactly what we've been billed for, what we've paid out against the $2 million, just to make it clean. Yes.
Do you know what the payment's going to be a month for the SIP?
$235,342, I believe.
And how many cents?
200,000?
200,000, 230,000
A month?
a year.
A year?
It's an annual.
Oh.
Yeah. It will be coming up in May of '26 is the first payment.
Okay.
If it behooves us to pay that off sooner and therefore save interest,
We have no prepayment penalty, so that was one of the
That's a
things
good thing.
Trustee McAlexander made sure that I checked and double-checked.
okay?
I did have a question. And your name is on this vendor name. The Village Vehicle Signs Code Officer, what is that?
We purchased magnets for our code officer that just have the Village of Bingham Farms logo, so that when
For
he's
his
using
car.
his private vehicle,
Got
he
it.
looks a little bit more official than a random couple
Yeah,
up to your
yeah.
house.
That's a great idea.
And we
It
don't.
came out really nice.
It came out really nice.
Yeah, we have one for him, and we have one that we keep in the office if one of us has to go out and
Yeah.
visit
That's
a
a great
resident.
idea.
Right.
Yeah.
And the
good.
chief is well aware of it. or he is so duly noted.
But it's a thing, it's a real thing, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're really curious, I can bring it out and show you.
I think it's great, thanks.
And that's all I had as far as the investments. I just wanted to bring to attention that I put the SIB loan on there, just to, so we can keep track of it. So that's that portion for that motion, and then after that, once we discuss that, I have one more item that's on the agenda for you all.
Okay, so we need a motion to accept the financial statements for June of 2025.
I'll move to accept the financial statements for June of '25.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you very much. So we'll move to the HRC project.
Yep, and the HRC is not a motion, it's just informational purposes, again, that the council wanted oversight and make sure that we're tracked. In your packet, you'll see the latest invoice from HRC as of June 21st, 2025, and on page 4, at the bottom I had, you have highlight there, the total billings, the limit, and the remaining. So we have the not to exceed of the same amount of $680,100. Total billings were $320,223.43. So what we have remaining that they can bill against where they will not exceed is the $359,876.57. And again, I can continue to keep this in the packet until they're done charging. Maybe they'll come in less than $8.60 since things are going faster than expected.
Have there been any change orders that would affect the finances?
We had one change order.
Minor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One was for From, the cement work that was done there.
You're not from Coach Light.
Coach Light.
So Coach Light had a change order to replace a deteriorating section of concrete because that's a concrete road and not part of the Phase 1 SAD. Accounting-wise, that money's going to come out of that annual road maintenance fund that we have designated. But it is a change order because we're having this contractor perform the work since they're already in the village and it would be cheaper.
But it doesn't affect our balance forward, or remaining balance in any way?
Not for this project. The other change order was on Shadwood for a culvert replacement under one driveway. And that was also fairly low and definitely well within the contingencies that were built into the
Okay.
project.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions about where we're at with HRC? I think it's moving right along. It's good. It's going well.
They've been great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that everybody's been really good to work with, and having a team member out there, as well as if people haven't signed up for the weekly emails, there's a lot of information in there. So I encourage everybody to go on our website and do that.
We have a few hiccups.
Well, there's always
Any
hiccups.
project
but-
will have those.
Yeah, any project's gonna have hiccups, but it's
You know,
still.
this is reverting back to water floods of 4 and 5 years ago that have affected several homes on Bingham Lane. I had calls from 2 neighbors tonight wanting to know what happened. So, but, you know, they're very
Gonna
responsive.
follow up with me tomorrow and, yeah.
But Ray is
Oh,
very
he's great.
responsive.
He
Yeah,
is, he
might.
really is, yeah.
He's good.
Whenever we have a call come in and I message him, I get a response within 20 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Typically, he knows.
Often with a resolution.
yeah. Yeah,
Sometimes he already
yeah.
knows about it.
Yeah.
Or if it's a specific resident, have those residents call
Yeah, they can call me.
the office.
Yeah.
It's better to just have the direct contact so that Jamie can get all the information.
One thing with stormwater management I will add, just because it has been a kind of recurring call from residents, and we have to answer the same way every time. By we, I mean us and HRC. Very often, while the project is going on, we'll get calls going, they started working on our ditches, and now there is standing water in them when there wasn't before. And what people need to remember is that while the work is ongoing, the ditches are not going to function like they will once the work is done. Because when they first excavate the ditches, they're literally making the ditches deeper than culverts. So yes, there's going to be reduced water movement especially during a storm event like today. There's going to be reduced water movement because the soil level is below the culverts that are supposed to move it along. Once the topsoil goes back in and it's hot sodded, it should be performing as designed.
Well, they
Yeah, we've
had the,
people say they're happy.
Right.
yeah, they had the landscape done on Bingham Lane, so the dirt was already back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, well, again, I'm sure you have a legitimate concern. I'm just saying, a lot of times that's the situation that we're dealing with, so I just wanted to be on video in case somebody looks.
I should, a case in point, Kathy photographed one of the trees that she thought was in harm's way, basically sent you a photograph, it got taken care of.
Is that one on Timber?
No, on Bingham Lane.
Yeah, I called Jerry Johnson, yep.
Any other thing about that? No. Nope.
My job here is done.
Okay.
Or at least for now. Until I'm told I'm more today. I'm available all night.
All right, we will go around for trustee comments.
Comments?
No comments.
I'm good, thanks.
Almost set?
All's well, except for those storms.
I know, right?
No, no comment.
Quick thing with cable, on the cable board, who was there, they are setting up I think it's a 5-day intern kind of thing for kids. They're interested in entire production of sports events. So broadcast, from camera operators to production to even the broadcast presenter. So I thought that was a pretty good deal.
I know, I think that's,
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool too. Yeah.
Very cool. That's good information. I have no comments. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Meeting adjourned at 8:04.